Hey Reddit, so I've had a bit more time to answer some of your questions, so bring it on. The difference between the Mercedes steering wheel and the Williams steering wheel is obviously you've got the dash display on the Mercedes steering wheel in the steering wheel itself. The Williams one is on the car. Which one I prefer? I probably prefer the Mercedes one because there were times when at Williams I'd be turning around a corner and I was trying to change some settings on my steering wheel. The actual steering wheel was blocking the dash behind it, so it was a little bit inconvenient, but it's, yeah, no biggie. I never ended up playing Goat Simulator with Alex and Lando. Maybe that's something we need to do on the off season. One of the hardest things to explain to somebody who's never driven a Formula 1 car before is how physically demanding it is. I used to have friends who used to tell me, oh, driving's easy, you know, my mum drives to the supermarket at the weekends and that's not difficult at all. I'm like, bro, it's not like driving to the supermarket. So I don't know how we can describe it more, but I'll think of a way, The altitude in Mexico definitely affects how we race. There's 25% less air in the atmosphere in Mexico at this altitude, so just breathing and talking is actually more challenging than it is back at home. The cars don't have as much downforce because you don't have that air pushing the car into the ground. The cars overheat more because, again, you've got less air going through the radiators to cool it down. So yeah, so it's a unique one. The way I prepare for the next race, firstly, is driving in the simulator. That's the best practice we can do. But when I'm at the race weekend, I'm always watching videos of the previous year's races, always looking at the data and looking at the themes of what worked and what didn't work in the previous years. Pineapple on pizza. I've not actually tried it, and I'm not gonna say no because I've had avocado on pizza before and it was surprisingly nice. So yeah, I'll try it. My favorite cheat meal is definitely a nice juicy burger. What's the difference between Blimey and Crikey? Well, there's not a huge difference, but I'd say Blimey is a bit more like disbelief in something like, right, we're going to try this. Like, Blimey, wow, that's surprising. Crikey, I think, is more of like a shock. Like someone jumps out at you and like, oh, crikey, you know, it sort of scared you a little bit. So, but you can use both. It's all good. If I couldn't work in motorsport, what career would I choose? I used to play football a lot when I was younger, but I feel like that's a boring answer. But I wasn't the best at school either, so I have no idea where I'd be right now. How nervous am I at the beginning of a race? It's a bit of a weird one because once the helmet's on and you're on that grid and the start lights are coming on, you're kind of in that zone and you're at one with yourself and you feel quite at peace and the nerves aren't really there, but definitely on race day, there are some nerves coming in here or there, which I guess is pretty natural. Thank you for everyone on the Formula 1 subreddit for sending in all of your questions. Hope you liked some of my answers. See you soon.